I'm looking at my coordinate plane now, and it looks like I have to plot certain points based on the coordinate pairs given. Remembering that the coordinate pair is the location of a point on a coordinate plane, and it is seen as x, y, meaning x over y up. So we knew that each tick mark represents 1/2. Knowing that, let's get started. I need to first plot an x at 3.5, 3.5, x, and then y. So this first point is how far on the x-axis, 3.5. I'm going to look at my origin, and I'm going to go over 3.5, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. And now I'm going to go up because my y-coordinate is 3.5. So let's go up 3.5. 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. And that fits because it's at the mark in between 3 and 4, which is 3.5. And at that spot, I'm going to draw my x. So now I have an x at 3.5 on my x-coordinate, or my x-coordinate is 3.5, and my y-coordinate is 3.5. It went over 3.5, up 3.5. So let's try the next. I need an arrow, and that arrow is going to be located at 1/2 on my x-axis. 1/2. And it's going to have a y-coordinate of 2, or go up 2 units. 1.5, 1, 1.5, or 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2. And it checks because it lines up with the 2. So at that point, I'm going to draw my arrow. Finally, I have to plot a smiley face where x equals 4 and y equals 2.5. So let's look. X equals 4. 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. I went over 4 because my x is 4. And now I'm going to go up 2.5 because my y is 2.5. 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. And that checks because it's the tick mark in between 2 and 3 that represents 1/2. And that spot, I'm going to put a smiley face. You guys are going to continue this work using another coordinate plane. The questions are extraordinarily similar. You're first going to notice, look at the origin, look at the tick marks. What else do you notice? You're then going to find the coordinates this time of each shape. So the moon is located at what x-coordinate and what y-coordinate. You're then going to answer 2 questions and then plot 3 points again. At the end, there will be a long video going over the entire 4 sides of this coordinate plane. Please continue to watch that and ensure that you're understanding how you're answering these questions.